welcome each and every one of you to episode number 26 of my run through Resident Evil 4. Last episode I thought I was in episode number 24, but that was actually wrong. I already was in episode 25. So this is like the stupidest puzzle that there is in this game. What you have to do is you have to leave Ashley at one of those things and go to the other one, and then you just have to press the button when all the lights are on. So this is really stupid, but
follow me.
Well, doesn't it? So the next section of the game is a pretty special one. You see this vehicle. Apparently Ashley knows how to drive those things. And she's going to do it. She's going to drive that thing. And while she does that, a bunch of enemies try to swarm the thing and just run up and try to get on that thing, killing you, killing Ashley, all that stuff. So yeah, there are basically
Leave it to me, Leon.
two ways and one special trick how to approach this place. I'm going to do with the most difficult part. I want to let my enemies get on this thing, and I try to kill them up here because you can't go down. You can go down, but I want them. So I try to kill them in the way that they are up here, and I can do them because I want them. So the second way, which is a little easier, would be you could try to stop them from getting on this thing, which is definitely the I think smarter way usually, but not if you. Okay, I think this guy is going to try to shoot me. Oh, you know what? I'm throwing a grenade. Yeah, I have those. Throwing grenades. So at some point, there's a car trying to crash into us. At first from behind, I think. Later on from the front side. Yeah, there it is. I now have to get out a weapon that is as damaging as possible. I have to damage. So the TMP is a really good weapon for this thing. I think it's not possible with every. It's basically not possible to win this scenario with every weapon. For example, I think it's not possible to do this with the shotgun. Maybe when you're on the easy difficulty, but no right here. So you simply you need a weapon that deals a lot of damage, like the mine thrower with the explosions, the broken butterfly, or another magnum weapon, or basically the TMP. Yeah, I got it. So another thing that is kind of funny. There's a way to prevent those enemies from getting on here without shooting one round. And that's like the last thing I want to talk about, a little trick if you have trouble with this part. When you stand up very close to the edge, enemies who come here would usually jump on this thing, will think as they reach the edge that they are on one level with you. And when they think that, they don't try to climb up, but instead they try to attack you. Because they aren't really on one level with you, they aren't able to hit you then. Which ultimately results in just a bunch of enemies walking towards the truck without trying to get up, and yeah, like that they aren't a problem. You don't even have to fight them. That is like the strategy that, for example, speedrunners use, because when you're playing a speedrun, you're not really upgrading a lot of weapons. Oh, okay. That guy is going to grab me from behind. Oh, no, he is? Wow. Okay, that was really stupid. I thought that guy would grab me from behind, and so I didn't even try to shoot. But somehow he missed me. That was really dumb. Yeah, speedrunners in this game obviously don't upgrade a lot of weapons. They don't spend the time to get all that money and stuff like that. It's really not worth it. What speedrunners do is they use a lot of grenades, and they skip a lot of enemies, skip a lot of places. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to pull out this thing and shooting right through them. And like that, I killed a bunch of enemies. So, right here you have to be a little bit aware of what Ashley is doing, because there are enemies that will go down and try to kidnap Ashley. So, I'm just going to do this fast right now. Going to pull out that thing. So, yeah, what I wanted to get to is speedrunners tend to pick up the easy money, like stuff where they don't waste much time and get some treasures and stuff like that. And they're going to spend that money exclusively, or almost exclusively, on grenades and rocket launchers, because grenades and rocket launchers doesn't scale with any upgrades, and they just deal a tremendous amount of damage. Even, yeah, what I say, even through the whole game. You don't have to upgrade anything, so that's like perfect for speedrunners. They get a lot of damage without spending too much time for it or too much effort into it. They can skip huge parts of the game. They collect a lot of grenades on their way, and yeah, that's really it. And for that reason, they usually use that trick where they stand at the edge and the enemies don't come up, so they don't have to fight them off, because at this point of the game, especially if they play a professional mode speedrun, it is going to be really hard to fight your usual enemies, because they don't have the health upgrades. They have way less health than I do right now, and no, I think I'm going to so they have like less health, they have way less damage, they don't have as much ammunition and as much of a weapon arsenal than I do. So basically fighting all these enemies off is really, really hard for speedruns at this point. So these guys you can't prevent from getting off. But you could prevent these guys from getting off. Oh shit. Hey guys. Shoot this guy right here. So there's a parasite, which is not too great. I'm going to heal up really quick, because the next hit might kill. That guy off, that guy off. Little more weapon. I pushed some guys off the edge, which is, yeah. now I have to kill another truck that tries to come at us from one side. And like that, we cleared this place. Except for the part where I died really stupidly one time. I think this went pretty smooth. I got some stuff. I think, isn't there a treasure that lies somewhere here in the, like, destroyed wall thing? Ah, no, I don't think so. It seems not like that. I had something in mind like that, but I might have been wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I am wrong. So now we're in this really lovely room. No enemies at all. A lot of stuff that we can collect. Another treasure that we will need to upgrade our links, our golden links. I don't know. Is that how you spell it? It's how it is written. Links, L-Y-N-X. But I'm really not sure. I mean, my English is okay. I can communicate. I can talk in English. I can understand English, but it's really not too great. And I have some mispronunciations.
Got a selection
in the English language. I'm pretty sure that I got an accent as well. I don't know if I got the classical German accent or not, but I'm pretty sure there's some kind of accent in my language. I believe that everyone got their own accents of some type.
What are you
even if they are just really slightly being an accent at all. I'm just going to upgrade the reloading speed of that weapon, because like that we only need one firepower upgrade to get it on maximum everything except for the exclusive tuning, which will boost the damage insane. There we have
I
that.
can feel them growing ever so strongly inside you.
Sadler!
Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Now, come to me, Ashley.
Ashley!
It's already begun.
So yeah, that was the end of this chapter, and we now have we got rid of Ashley again, which is amazing. Seriously, having Ashley with you is really a pain in the ass most of the time. It's I get why they're doing this. It's for the story, and also it makes up for some interesting gameplay, because just powering through everything sometimes is boring as well. Giving you a vulnerability not based on enemies being stronger than you, but based on that you have to protect someone who can't fight back at all, is more interesting sometimes. Let's read this document first. Our plan. Because of that agent, we lost Chief Mendes and Ramon. Nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, however, the loss of my loyal men is a bit disheartening, but I will deal with it. Replacing that loss will not come easy. I must choose wisely, for the Plaga reflects the consistence of their hosts. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. Nah. I've learned my lesson. When Sarah betrayed me, I will not take the same mistake. I will not make the same mistake again. In this important hour, I cannot and will not have anyone stand in my way. Let me take a look at the map, because I'm pretty sure that I have here now multiple options to go. Ah, no. That's something that usually confuses me, because the other way that I could go is I could go back, but that doesn't make any sense. Which confuses me at that all the time is the fact that yeah, the chapter ends here, and there's basically no need why we should be able to go back. So yeah.
What's the
Little
news
cutscene.
on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that guy was Crosser. We saw him before in one cutscene where he was kneeling before Sadler. Crosser's really amazing. He's a really cool character. I really like him. He's one of my favorite Resident Evil characters generally. In Resident Evil 4, he's just really badass. That's what he is. He's a really rough dude. He's just a badass. With not too much personality. He's like a little bit obsessive with power. And yeah, that's basically yeah, you know that he's like this military like dude, and he got some history with Leon and stuff like that. Let me just take a look at the map, because I just realized the episode is about to end. Yeah, I guess I just clear this room out and then I'm going to end the episode, go back, save, and at the start of the next episode I'm going back to this door, and then we proceed. So yeah, Crosser didn't get that much of a personality in this game. But he get a little bit more of a personality when you play the game Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles. By any means, not a great game, I have to be honest with you. The thing with the Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles game is the story is really interesting. If you're into the Resident Evil story in general, in any way, then go check out that game if you have if you can. I'm not sure if it was released for multiple platforms. I played it on the Vita. It is basically just a really standard rail shooter, and it gives you a little bit insight into the Resident Evil series in some interesting ways, because the game has his main plotline. And while playing this main story, which is the exclusive story of this game, you are confronted with a lot of flashbacks. Somehow, well, where's that guy exactly? I think he's up there. How did he hit me there? Yeah, there he is. Yeah. I'm going to heal up anyway, the full healing item after I killed these guys. Oh, I'm just gonna allow it. Somehow the visuals are like weird right now. I can't see sharp right now. Is it me or is it the game? I'm pretty sure it's the game, because I mean, I have bad eyes, but not that bad. But the Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles game has its main plotline, and then every now and then you are confronted with the little flashback happening in Leon's mind. Leon is the main character of Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, and those flashbacks show you the main events of other Resident Evil games, and you kinda go through a short version, rail shooter version of those games. And the games featured are Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and I think there was another one, but I'm not quite sure right now. And then obviously the main game, which is original storyline for that game, and that storyline evolves around Leon and Krauser being on a mission before the events of Resident Evil 4, which gives the character of Krauser a lot more, yeah, he just gets a lot more personality, and he became a really cool character. So, anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't lost the flow of my explanations of something too often this episode. I'm not sure if I just said everything I wanted to say. I have the feeling that I wanted to get on a point and just forgot about it completely while trying to get there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'm going to see you in the next episode. Bye.